Hi, in this session we will be discussing about some of the implementation of the for loop. So one of the first problem that we're going to do is sum of n numbers. Okay. So let me declare one variable called as n. Yes. Okay. And let me say another variable num. Okay. Sum of n numbers. So sum of n numbers means what we're going to do is that we'll ask the user. I will ask the user to enter a series of number. Okay, beforehand we will ask the user how many numbers are there. Okay, so beforehand we'll ask him how many numbers are numbers are there. Okay, right, suppose that the user say I have five numbers and my numbers are suppose say 23. Okay, 12, then 45, 10 and 5. So what we have to do is nothing but we have to add 23 plus 12 plus 45 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5, which is equal to 23 plus what is equal to 35. 35 plus 45 is equal to 80, 90, 95. Okay, so how are you going to do? Simple. First we have to ask the user what is the total number he wants to add. Okay, so he will be giving that number and will store it in a variable called as n. Okay, after that we need to run a loop which will go till n. Okay, and each time we're going to ask the user to give a number. Okay, and then once the number has been taken, we will just add the number. Okay, right, and at the end we will going to display the entire addition of the number. Okay, right, try to understand again. What we are doing is that you- we are at, we are what we are doing is the adding of n numbers. Okay, right, so at the first we will be asking the user what is the total number he wants to add. Okay, so he said suppose say 5, and then you will ask each time to give the number. So he will give 23, 12, 45, 10, 15. So he will give 23. Okay, stored in the num. Then again he will give 12. We'll add 23 and 12. Okay, which give on 35. Then again he come 45. Then we'll add 35 to 45. Then again he will give add 10. Then 10 will be added. Okay. Then again 5 will be added. At the end we will get 95. Okay. So fine. So printf. Okay. Printf enter enter the number, enter the value of n, or we can say enter how many numbers. Okay, right, then scanf will say percentage d comma and percent n. Okay, right, so now we'll run the loop for I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Okay, so y is less than n because you're starting from 0, right? If it is 5, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Then total coming as 5. Whenever the I value will be 5, it will just come out of the loop. Or if you want, then we can write here I equal to 1 and till equal to n. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If n is 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let us put I equal to 1, I less than equal to n, I plus for better understanding. Okay, then we say printf, okay, enter the number. Yes, right, and scanf percentage d comma num. Yes, right. Next what we need to do is that we have to find the sum. Okay, so what I will going to do is that I will create another variable which is called as sum. Okay, right? And here I will be writing sum equal to sum plus num. Okay, now suppose I have entered 23. Now 23 will be added with the value of sum, but we have not given any value of sum, and we know that this, whenever we declare a variable, okay, the content will be always a garbage value. So this will be a garbage value which will add it with num. If you want, if you want that I will execute and I will show it to you. Okay, let's say I is not declared, sorry. So I will be coming up. Okay, so I will execute and I will show it to you. So now how many numbers? Let us say two numbers. Okay, let me give the numbers. So I give 23 and 12. So I should get 35. Okay, 23. Then I say, so what happened? Oh, sorry. Oh, I have not given the ampersand here. So that is the reason why it is giving problem. Full stop. Okay, enter number 2. So first number 23. Okay, next number 12. So 23 plus 12, it should give 35. Yes, oh, I have not print the value. Printf the sum of percentage d and numbers is percentage d, right, comma n, comma sum. Okay, great. So let me save it, execute. I said how many number? Two numbers, 23, then 12. So it should give me 35. But you see, sum of two numbers, it is giving me 51. So I'm getting, some wrong output. Yes, I'm wrong output because the answer should be 30. I'm getting some garbage value. So what I do, I will initialize sum equal to 0. Sum equal to 0. Okay, save it. So now what will happen is that 0 plus 23, it will give me 23. Then again it comes, then it will be 23 plus 12. So it will be 35. I will get the answer 35. How many numbers? Two numbers, 23, 12. Yes, and now I get the sum of two numbers is 35. Okay, so let us do for 5. So what is the number that we are talking about? Is okay, how many numbers are there? 5 numbers. First number is 23, next number 12, then we have 45, then we have 10, and then we have 5. So answer is 95. We got it? Okay, right? So we got the answer. Now let us revisit what exactly we are doing. We are asking the user, okay, we are asking the user to give us n numbers that we want to add, okay, right? So how many numbers we have to add, and that's what we are storing in a variable n. Okay, now he said n means he said first person 5 numbers, or let's say 10 numbers. What we do, we have to run a loop from 1 to 10. Okay, 1 to 5. So it will be nothing. Since it is an n, we are doing it for n. Okay, 1 to n. Now we're entering each value and we are storing in a variable num. Okay, and then we are writing sum equal to sum plus num. So first, when it is executed, we have entered 23. So now 0, because we have initially, I have told you it's a garbage value. That is the reason why we are putting 0. So 0 plus 23 is 23. Next, the loop will go execute 2. Okay. So 2 less than equal to 2, because two numbers I was talking about the first. Yes, true. So num entered is 12. So 23 plus 12 is 35. Then it will go, I will increment to 3. 3 less than equal to 2, false, it will come out. And the sum of the two numbers is nothing but 35. That we are. So for 5 number also the same thing. The loop is going for 5 times and we are entering the each of this number, okay, one at a time, and we are adding this particular number. Yes. So this is very easy. Just you have to understand that this particular concept itself. Okay, we are running this loop for the number of for for n numbers, right? So n numbers means if I said 5, so the loop will go for 5. If I said 10, it will go for 10. Yes, and as we can say, if you start from 0, it will be less than n. If you start from 1, it will be less than equal to n. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Just I request all of you to just do some practice. Okay, otherwise, it will be difficult for you to understand. So do some practices, and if you have any kind of doubt, you can revisit the video again. Okay, and please understand that what we are doing is nothing but adding the sum. We are adding the sum of n numbers. Yes, so this n, it can be any value which has been assigned by the user itself. So we'll first ask the user how many numbers you entered, so we're storing in n. Then for n times the for loop will be going, and we'll be asking the each time we'll asking the user to give the number, and then we were adding with this concept of sum equal to sum plus n. And we are putting sum equal to 0, because if you don't put sum equal to 0, it will be some garbage value, right? Yes, and then this is statement we have entered at the end of the for loop. Yes, so that we get the enter sum. Now this particular, again, if you enter here, if you see, if you just remove this statement from here, and if you enter here, then each time it will give you the sum, right? So if I let me add, just show you. So I have 5 numbers. Okay, so 23 I'm giving. Okay, the sum of 5 numbers 23. Enter the number incoming 12. Okay, sum of 5 number is 35. Again I give, suppose say 45. Then again it will give me 80. Then I get 10. It will give me 90. Then I get 5, and then it will give me 95. Yes, right? Yes, so each time I'm getting an output, but that is not what we intend for this program. We were looking for what is that ultimately the sum of the n numbers. That is the reason why we are not putting inside the loop, we are putting outside the loop. Okay, and suppose the program said no, each time, each once you add, every time you add the number, I want the sum to be displayed, then you can simply write this. But remove this n, because we are talking about 5 numbers, so that will be nothing but it will be changed with I. Let me show you. Okay, this will be removed by I, because each time it will be the value of I. So just run it. How many numbers? 5 numbers. 23. Yes. Sum of one number is 23. 12. Sum of two numbers is 35. And 45. Sum of three numbers 10. Sum of four numbers, and lastly 5. Sum of the 5 numbers. Same thing we are getting it. Yes. Okay. I hope it is clear. So we got this particular sum of n numbers.